Hey guys, Czar here. Good morning to you. Hope all is well. Trust you're having a good morning. It is Tuesday, December the 3rd, 9:28 a.m. 2 minutes to the open. These are the two sisters 1-minute charts. But let's start with the daily frame. NASDAQ and S&P left and right. We have inside days here, guys, on both the NASDAQ and the S&P. In other words, this candle is inside the span of travel of yesterday. Very simple. Yesterday, of course, was a very large candle on the NASDAQ, not quite as large on the S&P. It was a very big up day, strong day. Made some good money in longs yesterday, guys, on the NASDAQ. And of course, I don't trade the S&P anymore, at least not for the Razor's Edge model. But that was a little bit more lackluster yesterday. Inside days, bearish bodies for now, but we'll see how we do here on the open. And here's my trading grid, guys. This is the daily chart up here. There's that inside day that I just showed you. This is the 30-minute chart and the 1-minute chart on the right-hand side. Don't be distracted by that, by the way. That's the London open range up there. We've only just opened now on New York, and we'll see that open range. Let me just take this out so you don't have to think about that. There we go. I don't want to be distracting in any way from what's happening here in New York. There's the 1-minute open range still forming. While we're doing that, guys, I'm going to expand the 30-minute chart, and I want to show you what we're dealing with. There's that big rally on New York yesterday, even through the UK session, right? Big up day, and we faded out in the afternoon there. Then we have this tight, narrow range through Asia, a little bit of expansion in the UK, and now dropping down below into this very clean traffic range on New York. Now that's interesting to me. There's the 1-minute open range done. Second candle starting. Let me pull out the 30-second chart. Bear with me for 1 minute. Okay, there we go. Waiting for that session indicator to show up. There it is. So guys, let me take you over to the two sisters here on the 1-minute chart. We are significantly below VWAP and at 2 standard deviations on the volume weighted average price. You can see we just spiked up here on the S&P to VWAP on the opening candle on the 1-minute chart. I'm not going to do anything here out of the gates, guys. I'm going to watch this develop for a little bit and see where we go from here. 30-second chart. Going back to the 1-minute, guys, keep it nice and clean. You can see that the structure here is in fact bearish on the low time frames, right? Impulse, corrective, impulse, corrective, impulse, and then corrective a little deeper, but then rejected down. 9 below 21, feeding into the open here in a bearish posture and having broken, temporarily at least, into this clean traffic range on the 30-minute chart. Again, the daily is neutral in terms of cascade, right? In other words, it's an inside candle. It's not an up day yet. It's not a down day yet. It's inside. By definition, range bound, but a very wide range because that daily candle was so big. So a fairly mixed picture to neutral here on the daily as it relates to what's happening here on the 30-minute. So finding some support here on the 30 now, pushing up a little bit, firming up, a little battle between the bulls and the bears here on the open, which is always the case, by the way, on the open. We'll see who's going to win here, at least short term, in a moment. Not doing anything out of the gates here, guys. I'm going to watch. Just watching here, guys. Still inside of the open range and below VWAP on the S&P. A mixed picture. A similar thing yesterday. Different picture, but mixed. Being patient here, guys. Not doing anything. Inside day, still bearish body for now. Pushing up above. So the daily is neutral in terms of cascade, but it has a bearish bias for now for the body, right? So neutral to bearish. The 30-minute is rejecting up, so a bullish move for now inside of this range here from the overnight and above the open range. That's a mixed picture. It's a bit confused or inconclusive for either case. And so for me, there's no trade. There is no part of me that feels compelled to toss the coin and go long or short here. either one. Therefore, there's nothing to do. Now this on its own, guys, this one little piece here could be seen as a break and a retest, which might mean going higher. But I don't love this bearish behavior coming in here. This would be a reversal on the open range. Nothing wrong with that, but it's not a compelling setup for me. And so I will not be entering here on a break above in search of a reversal higher. It looks like that's the way this is going, but it's not compelling enough on all three time frames for me to jump on board. We also have all this mess over here, which needs to be contended with. These aren't super powerful zones or anything, they're just meandering candles. But these are participants from the European session who were just pushing prices down from there. S&P is actually below open range, below EMAs, and below VWAP. Certainly not helping a bullish case here. And we're really still dancing around VWAP here on the NASDAQ. Not a strong picture. All right, pushing up here, guys. Not touching this still. I'm not convinced of anything here. Again, inside day, very small daily candle, even relative to the prior candles. Yesterday was a big one, of course. And bearish body. We have this noise and disturbance up here. This could absolutely go, but could be or may be or might be a good idea. It's just not good enough for me. I'm looking for optimal setups only when the coin is really heavily weighted in my favor. Got about 20 seconds to news here, guys. And JOLTS report, which is job openings. 10 seconds. Two seconds. And going higher here, guys. Again, not touching anything, as long as we're in this mess. Now, I do want to show you guys that this is the UK open range. Is the London open range right there. See how we're pulling into that now? I'm going to leave that up there just to show you. We'll see how prices react to that. And just grinding around here, guys. As you can see, we have rejected from the UK or London open range, finding resistance there. It makes sense. Of course, we're also up here in this level here. And this is where a lot of the Asian price action happened. Selling back down. I rarely take shorts above the open range unless we've deviated significantly far from open range in order to do so. This does not qualify for me. All right, guys, we're back and it's 10:32 a.m. Nothing going on here. We are stuck between the New York open range and the UK open range. We're inside of this 30-minute range and we are inside of the prior daily candle, and we are in a small candle, and it's a marginal bearish body but uncertain, and so there's nothing going on here. I'm going to end the video, guys. This is a no trade morning for me, at least for now. Now if anything magically sets up, I'll come back and we'll start a video and take a trade together. But I want to thank you for being here. Sometimes no trade is the best. I appreciate the support. Hit the like button on the way out if you don't mind, and we'll talk to you soon.